So you have made the decision to start making money online, but you've got $0 to actually start with. I've got you covered. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 methods you can try out. Now, just a quick disclaimer, none of these methods are actually easy. Making money online does require work, but the flip side is that you can do it all in the comfort of your own home. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Fyzee. On this channel, we look at personal finance. If you're new here, welcome. Let's get on to method number 1, which is video editing. Now, before I give you steps on how to do this, let me tell you some reasons why you should even consider this in the first place. So based on the trends, it's a well-known fact that the video format is going to grow in the future, and we can actually see some changes in the social media platforms as well to reflect this. For example, Instagram added IGTV that can host long-form content. TikTok exploded in 2020, and as a result, Instagram added Instagram Reels to compete with TikTok, which is more of a push towards short-form video. Now, if you look at Facebook, they also have a separate tab called the Facebook Watch tab, which is a tab fully dedicated towards video to keep you on the app as long as possible. And now YouTube has even added Shorts, which is kind of like TikTok, where people can basically post short-form content. And on top of that, eMarketer predicts that the number of people in the US that watch YouTube will increase to 228 million from 215 million in 2020, and that's just the US. And we're not even talking about other countries at the moment. Developing countries right now are getting access to the internet faster than ever. So that means that there's going to be a lot of people wanting to watch videos, but wanting to create videos as well. Now, this represents a huge opportunity for you, the video editor. So how do you get started? Step 1 is to download a free editing tool called DaVinci Resolve. It's a professional editing software that's available for free. Link in description, go have a look. Then you go on YouTube and literally type up DaVinci Resolve beginner tutorial and binge watch this content, and don't forget to follow along so you can apply your learning. Spend at least a week or 2 weeks or however long it takes you to actually understand the content and apply it and learn video editing. And then you can list your services on a website called Fiverr, which is one of the largest freelancing websites at the moment. Now, as a beginner, you might want to start off by charging very little for your work. And the reason for this is to just get some clients to begin with so they can give you a good rating. You can deliver some basic editing work for these guys and you can get your foot in the door. That is the whole purpose. But then as you start to get better at editing, you can start to slowly raise your price. Now, when you're dealing with clients and you're doing basic work for them, make sure to continue learning advanced editing techniques like color grading, working on audio, and try to learn any special effects as well while you get comfortable with the basic stuff. And this way you can keep on continually upskilling. Also keep in mind that on Fiverr, you are literally competing with hundreds of people on the same sort of service that you're offering. So you need to differentiate yourself as well. Now, if you guys have a look, a lot of the ads and banners I've seen on Fiverr have very bad typography, graphic design, and sales copy. And as a customer, personally, I would not go with these guys just because how the ad is set up and how the banner looks. So to make your ad stand out, go onto a website called Canva where you can get your banner designed quite easily. So once you've learned editing and you've designed your ad on Fiverr and you've made your banner, then you can start to list your services on there. Now, a really good thing about making money online is that anything that you don't understand, you can literally just look it up 99% of the time. For example, if you've got a client that wants an edit done a specific way, you can just Google it or search it up on YouTube and learn it. And essentially just rinse and repeat. Now, I'll be very honest, it is going to require a lot of effort though, but nothing worth having comes easily. Method number 2 is becoming a virtual assistant or a VA. Now, what exactly is that? Basically, a virtual assistant is a remote worker such as yourself sitting at home in front of a computer, and your job is solely to help out with things like admin, technical or creative work online. Now, let me give you some examples of those 3. So with admin work, it can be things like data entry, creating spreadsheets, helping set up a database, and just ensuring that the business is running smoothly. Technical work can be much more specific and might require some extra knowledge. So this is more for someone who has special experience in this sort of stuff. And creative things can be helping with things like creating a logo, graphic design, and similar things like that. Now, the great thing about working as a virtual assistant is that when people hire you, they will first look at what sort of skills you have to offer in the first place. So if you're someone who can use computers and you have a good grasp of the general stuff, but you can't do anything specific like doing technical work or doing creative work, you can still get started, because in this digital age, knowing how to use a computer is essentially mandatory, and why not try to make some money off this skill? So to get started with this, step one is to first understand what type of service you're actually going to offer. And to do this, I suggest heading onto Fiverr.com again and going into the virtual assistant section. And here you'll find a bunch of ads from people who are selling easy services like data entry, web research, typing jobs, converting files to text, and so on. So it's pretty simple work to get started, and I'm sure you can do some of these already. Now, of course, that depends on your level of expertise, so do have a look. Or you might actually need to do some learning before you actually attempt them. That's up to you. Now, with virtual assistants, generally speaking, they don't make a lot of money per hour, especially if the job is very simple like data entry. But you also do need to understand that, like method number one, we just want to get our foot in the door by getting a few jobs and getting a few clients, and we need to do a great job to get 5-star reviews. And then on the side, we can also keep on upskilling ourselves by learning new skills in order to charge higher prices in the future for much more complex tasks. Now, I just want to say that with these freelancing websites, Fiverr isn't the only option. You've got other options like Upwork, peopleperhour.com, and so many others, so do check them out. Now, last and final, number 3 is creating and selling your own merch through platforms like Teespring, Merch by Amazon, or Redbubble. So how this works is that you can use teespring.com and create your own shirt with your own style, fonts, colors, and branding, and use their platform to list your product. So when someone buys the shirt from their platform, this service will automatically print the design on your shirt and ship it to your customer worldwide. Now, when designing the actual shirt, you do want to watch some YouTube tutorials on this to make sure you do it correctly and follow the design principles, because chances are you might be a complete beginner. So as you can see on the screen, just go through these and get an understanding. So you've got a few options here. Either you can make your own designs and think about them, or you can look at trending topics around the world and use that as inspiration. Now, I've seen people selling a lot of merch about Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Black Lives Matter, and make a ton of money, because these are trending causes that people feel very strongly about, especially with the election and whatnot. Similarly, if you can find a pattern and use Google to find trending topics, like for example using Google Trends or other websites, you can capitalize on trendy and newsworthy moments. Like for example, last month with the whole GameStop situation and Wall Street bets, a lot of people actually created and sold merch and made decent money. So when it comes to marketing of your actual merch, sometimes you might not need it because the actual trend itself and the hype does the marketing for you, and that will bring in the traffic, but it still doesn't hurt to promote your own product. So you can do a couple of things. You can use TikTok, because right now they have amazing organic reach, and you can do it if your content is creative enough to go viral. To do this, I suggest going on to TikTok and watching videos for at least an hour each day for about a week. And this is purely to see what sort of videos are getting the most views, how they've structured the video, why the video has gone viral, how are they getting those views, what attracted you to the video in the first place, and you can use all this information and put it in your content as well to market your product. Now, don't expect to go viral on TikTok straight away. It will take time, but if you can create amazing content, then that will market the merch. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you can use these methods to start making money online. If you found it useful, please like and subscribe. It really helps out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Sugar.